Podcast. I am ReverseJosh, and I'm joined by my other co-hosts, DamienDiablo and the Turtleman this week. And we have a very special guest, BrendyBoy, 17. Brendy, do you want to give yourself a little shout out? Tell us what you do, kind of that sort
Well,
of thing?
first off, it's like the whole 17 thing is usually just like my usernames I use on like Discord or stuff. But no, I've used I'm Brendan. I've been making videos for about 8 years now. I was luckily one of the people who just won, or at least a few months ago, won the contest, the video contest for StoryFire, and I am completely honored that they chose me and the others who won. Which congratulations to those guys as well. Also, I heard that Josh also won just recently.
Yes, I won round four.
Which is fantastic.
Yay.
Congratulations, and I cannot wait to see that. But no, I've had 2 YouTube channels in my content creating lifespan, if you can call it. My first one that I've run the most time was BrendyBoy Studios, and then the run I'm recently running, which I'm posting most of my content on now, is just BrendyBoy in general, which is also the name of my StoryFire. So yeah, all I do is really all you really do is just post any type of video. But recently I've been posting a very interesting type of sketch where I talk to pretty much different versions of myself, if you can call it that. I mean, the cartoon version of myself and the Lego version of myself. It's basically just me talking to me, which, you know, if you look at it from one way, it could be I could be going to an insane asylum, or you can look at it one way and it's just a fun little comedy. But yeah.
Sounds about right.
With your series, I'm curious, like, how long does it take you to like make each episode?
Oh, like one. Okay, it's a very long process, because not because it is a difficult thing to make, but it's also very time consuming, especially when it comes around stuff like work and school. I'm currently in my junior year of college, and I'm currently working a part-time job, making whatever money I can. And I'm also, juggling on a personal life as well. So that also adds into the mix. But I would say one 4-minute episode, I think one, like, how long did that one take me? I think about a month, like maybe 1 month doing everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
if I had 2 weeks of no work, then I'd probably get it done in 2 weeks. But with the amount of time I usually have, it's about 4 weeks. So
That's crazy, because it's like you have to animate, you have to do the stop motion, you have to like actually film and act.
yeah,
It's
the
so
acting.
much.
I think the hardest part for me is probably doing the animation for the Lego guy,
Mhm.
because that one takes the most amount of time. It's also the more detailed animation, because the animated character, the cartoon character, he really is just a bunch of avatars popping in and out and moving around on when I used to use Final Cut Pro. I'll just drag it around and stuff. But for the Lego animation, you have to animate it frame by frame, and that could take a long time. But it's worth it in the end. If I get a shot that I really love, I would literally show all my friends and be like, dude, look what I just made. And I would have to watch it over and over again.
Diablo.
It's hard work, but some me praise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Josh.
Diablo.
It's hard work, but some me treasure.
Exactly.
Diablo, Turtleman, you guys got any questions?
My main question is, what's your inspiration?
I think my inspiration is just trying not to be too copycat of, because like I started off making Lego animations that were kind of similar to like what the pros were making at the time. Like I was inspired. My first video was actually inspired by a video called Lego Bank Robbery, which is made by a very talented Lego animator called Michael Hickox, and you've probably seen some of his videos. But it was a fantastic video, and like my first video I made was Lego Car Chase, which involved the guy robbing a store, and it was actually the first video with the Lego character who is in my videos now, which is why he's probably the oldest character I've ever had in my video making career, at least. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to like step away and try to make something that I feel like is more original, but at the same time is actually good, because I know original never really means good if you don't make it as well as possible. But like I'm too much of a perfectionist to even like look at that. So
Diablo, do you have a question you want to ask?
Yeah. So we know about the like little animated character and the Lego guy. What's with that one that like is completely white and has a weird voice?
Yeah.
I am so glad you asked that question. Because man, okay, that's the God, I don't know if I ever said his name, but he is the aggressive alarm clock. He is a robot. So that character was actually, when I was in high school, me and my friends, because it was right after I stopped doing gaming on my main channel, we were like, okay, let's try and make a fun little like joke video. And I had this idea of like, what if some person or something just crashed into someone's room and just beats the shit out of someone awake? So we made this found footage-ish type of video called The Aggressive Alarm Clock. And I actually re-uploaded it on my main YouTube channel. And what I did was that I took a morph suit, a white morph suit, put it on, and then my friend Dylan, who was helping me film, he was the one doing all the filming and stuff for that one. He was like, no, we could see too much down there. We need to put some shorts on or something. And then I put black shorts on, and then there's that, and then the entire video was just kind of me just walking around and acting weird and stuff. I think the whole idea of it being a robot didn't come in until I was editing the video, when I thought it was kind of weird that this humanoid thing was walking around breathing weirdly. So I added a robot voice and some sounds, and that was it. And then I think fast forward a few more years later, when I was making that Bandcamp video, which was on my main channel, I thought to myself, I want to bring that character back. So I just found that old morph suit, put it back on, and I just went from there. And I realized everyone I talked to who's friends with me was like, dude, that character is the fucking best. And I was like, thank you. And probably the toughest to act in, because you cannot see a damn thing out of that mask, and you can barely, like, it's really awkward just, jerking around and being all like not talking at all and everything. And yeah, if someone walks in on me doing that, it's going to be hard to explain.
Yeah, because like the other characters are like people have seen something like that before with the Lego and the animation, but then you have that guy walking in.
I need to make him wake someone up again, because I haven't had him wake a person up in a while. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite characters that I've created so far. It's just the most random in the most sense.
Do you have any plans to like do any written content on StoryFire, or are you just sticking to the videos for now?
I'm kind of sticking to the videos. I'm not really a writer. I can write like scripts in a way, but I can't really write detailed stories. I'm also like, because the reason I got the app was because I heard that video creation would be coming on it soon, and I like the stories. I think the stories on it are pretty cool, and the way it's created is pretty cool. But I never really thought to myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna start writing stories on this. Maybe sometime, I don't know. But I was introduced to the app by my friend Dustin, who is Uncle Big Feet Productions on YouTube. He introduced me to the app and showed me everything about it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And he's also one of the ones that told me to try and sign up for the video applications thing, so I'd like to thank him for that if he's listening.
All right. We also got a series of questions. We asked our BLAZEClan Discord, our BLAZEClan Twitter, and the BLAZEClan on the StoryFire account if anybody had questions for you. So we'll start off with the StoryFire. News Stories asked, are there any creators that you want to collab with on future episodes of your show or something?
That's kind of it's a difficult question. I once wanted to collaborate with someone. You mean on StoryFire itself, or in general?
In general.
Okay, in general, there's this one guy I wanted to collaborate with because he had a cartoon character as well. His name was Call Me Coda, and he had this really cool. He had his own animation style as well, and I thought, oh, that'd be cool if like my animation and his animation kind of collided. But we were never able to like talk about it or anything. So that was one guy, but like it's kind of tough trying to find someone to collaborate with this type of stuff, especially when it's a one-man show. I think I tried collaborating with one of my friends once, and I realized it was super awkward acting and talking to nothing while they're just watching me. So
Yeah.
That's probably one of the downsides of making those videos is like, if you have someone home and they just hear you talking to nothing or talking to literally just an object, they can look at you weird.
And that's just normal for me. My family's gotten used to it.
But I've collabed with people in the past before, like when I was 15, making those gaming videos. So I don't know. Maybe in the future, if I want to, maybe I can collab with you guys or someone. I've been like looking around. That's that's why I'm so happy that you guys added me in, because I can possibly find some other people to collab with, and that's awesome because you guys are really cool guys.
Appreciate that. We got a question from Dylan DeVille. He asked, "What is your favorite thing about StoryFire, and of course the BLAZEClan?"
I think my favorite thing about StoryFire is the fact that it's actually like a really productive source of making content. It's not just a whole like everyone can go in and make. Well, I mean, you can make whatever you want, but it's not like YouTube where anyone can go in and upload whatever they want sort of situation. Like, if someone wants to upload just on like, I don't know, cooking, I don't know. But I also like the fact that they're doing these video applications, just trying to find who they feel like would be good to, who like probably slowly adding people in rather than just having people flood the gates with all this stuff, because that could cause a overabundance of issues. And yeah, for the BLAZEClan, I think it's awesome that you guys got this group together, especially for I know it's a big platform, but it's not like as big, but like a small platform like StoryFire. It's cool that everyone's getting together and doing all this stuff, and that's, I think, is really cool.
Brent Wright Art asked a few questions. The first one is, who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration in general?
Yeah.
I have multiple inspirations. Once again, like I think in the beginning I talked about Michael Hickox. He inspired me to make Lego animations. And there's a few others as well, like Forest Fire Films, who also made the Duck Song.
Yeah.
He made a lot of Lego animations as well, and his behind the scenes taught me a lot about editing and how to animate smoother and everything. And then I'm also trying to figure out how to do mouth animations for Jim, the Lego character as well. So that's going to be a really cool feature in the end. But I think another inspiration I think I've had, especially during my midlife of doing videos, has to be the gaming community when I was doing gaming, because before I did that, I was not a very enthusiastic person. I was a very quiet, like monotone person. So after I started getting into gaming and like watching people like, I guess, Markiplier, like, and everything, doing all those voices and stuff, kind of got me into the whole idea of, okay, just emphasize and be creative and be extremely enthusiastic, which, led to me being the loudest son of a bitch in my friend group now. So that's one thing, and like inspired me to like kind of go out there and do whatever I can and be, whatever. And then I guess the whole animated character, the cartoon character, was also inspired by stuff like I guess MatPat style of editing, and then the animation community, the Odd Ones Out and Jane Animation, the way they had their characters, at least before they got teams of people animating, and now it looks smooth as butter when it used to be just people popping in and out and everything. So that's like how that is. And
now I'm trying to feel nostalgic for old YouTube.
No, I'm about to go back and watch some of this stuff.
The good days.
Yeah. I'm too much of a oldie. That's what kind of caused me to get into this type of stuff.
Yeah,
but
that last video.
What last video?
The one about nostalgia.
Oh, fun fact about that video. That was recorded in 2018. I completely forgot that I filmed all that, and then I was like, oh shoot, I have all this footage and I'm gonna make it. That's why I look way different there, and my setup looked way different back then. But that was a fun video to edit. That was also the last video I edited on my 9-year-old iMac, and rest in peace, because I am now switching to a new software and still trying to get used to it.
I send you an F for respect.
Yeah, F for exactly.
F.
Brent also asked, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies? I guess, well, besides video making, I also am a musician. I do make songs in the spare time, and I also play a lot of drum set and piano while I'm not doing anything else. But I also I guess another hobby I do. Why am I having a brain fart about this? Because I know there's something else. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Just musicians, just being a musician and just doing the videos and stuff, and also just hanging out with friends and all the time. Really, I've been always hoping for this to become a job one day, and I'm currently going to college for this type of stuff. So I really hope this hobby turns into something. Yeah, exactly.
Brent's last question is, what is your favorite food?
That's a very tough question, dude. I eat too much, so I guess hamburgers.
Excellent.
Probably
choice.
my favorite food. I always get a hamburger no matter what restaurant I go to, besides Mexican restaurant or Italian restaurant.
Steak and Shake is good.
Oh my gosh, Steak and Shake is the best place.
That Frisco
Except
melt?
whenever you get mooned, but it's good then.
What? Diablo, you have to explain what you're doing. How
No,
often do you get mooned at?
No, he's referencing an actual video I posted.
Oh.
Because me
Yep.
and my
You
friends.
told me about that.
Yeah, that story is actually true. It's not fake. It's maybe exaggerated just a tiny bit, but it's true. Like someone actually, when we were just eating Steak and Shake, went up to our window and just completely mooned us, and we all were like phased, like just completely phased out by this, because it took us a little bit just to realize, yeah,
Was it like a full moon or was it just like
full
a half
exactly.
moon? Or
It was a
crescent moon?
full moon, right next to my friend Nathan's face,
Oh,
and he
wow.
looked over and he was like, "Oh, there's a butt there."
It was like up against the window, or was it like?
Yeah, it was up against the window. It was a
Oh.
bunch of rowdy kids that were just outside, just like they were causing a lot of ruckus and everything, and it was actually it was concerning to us because our cars were out there. And this one girl just walked up with her phone broken and was like just freaking the heck out about it, and we were like, why? Like, why are you talking to us about this? It's your friends. They knocked your phone down, and one of your friends just showed us their butt. So I don't think it's our problem that your phone got broken. But yeah,
Wow.
thank you for telling that out of context, because that actually made it funnier.
We got a question for you from Dylan DeVille on Twitter. He asked, "What projects are you working on currently, and what do you plan to do in the future?"
Currently I'm trying to figure out how to organize my content. Like I said, I kind of abandoned my old channel because I wanted that channel to be used for something else later in the time. But my new channel, BrendyBoy, which is at 86 subscribers, which I'm really happy about. Thank you.
Yay.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to put on there versus what I want to put on StoryFire. But the current layout of what I'm doing right now is I'm putting different endings for both accounts. So StoryFire one will have a different ending, and the BrendyBoy one will have the YouTube one will have a different ending. And then I post way more on my YouTube more than the StoryFire, because StoryFire is just meant for, and at least in my opinion, it's just gonna be for like story-based content like that, like original sketches and stuff. But for my old channel, I plan on posting really big productions on there, like where it's just not a one-man show. Like I actually have my friends and a team of people getting all this stuff together. Like we already have like a couple miniseries kind of ideas going on, like 10-episode miniseries going to go on there, because that's what that channel was originally meant to be. It was just a little area for a bunch of like short films and TV shows, like something I could show to a maybe like a film school or something, be like, this is what I can do and stuff like that. But it ended up becoming a gaming channel, and then that kind of got a different audience. So
Over to the Discord questions. New Stories asked, "Will you ever leave YouTube for StoryFire?"
Oh no, I can't
That's
leave
fast.
that platform. No. It's not no offense to StoryFire, but it's kind of my home. Like it's been a place I've been uploading content for almost a decade, and I don't know if I can ever leave it. I want to see it improve, and that's what I'm actually excited about with StoryFire. If it actually grows to a point where it becomes competition, YouTube would actually have to change some rules, because the problem with the platform is not the fact that they're run by a bunch of idiots. It's the only place to go for this type of stuff. So
Yeah.
right now they don't have to change anything, but if they have competition where people can upload whatever they want, they have to do something to change something so they can both level out and have a good competitive business situation. That's how gas stations works. That's how fast food works. When you own everything, Disney, you're gonna screw something up. So that's what I'm actually happy about, and I really hope it grows because of that reason. Because then both softwares will start to find their catches, and then we'll actually have a balanced system. But who knows? Hopefully that happens in the future, and I'm excited for that. But right now, I plan on just sticking to all two platforms right now.
All right. The Midst asked a question. He said, "How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?"
Oh, here we go.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know how to answer that question.
47 pieces.
I would say about 20 feet.
All bets on 25.
All bets on 25.
47.
47.
Yes.
It's a woodchuck, not a wood chipper.
I feel like it would have to depend on the size of the woodchuck and the size of the wood that he's chucking. Because
Let's say it was sticks.
if they were just sticks, then he could probably chuck them pretty far. But if they were like logs, obviously 0, because a woodchuck can't pick up a log, because a log is very heavy.
If he's on steroids.
But are we talking about like cut up
I knew you were
pieces?
gonna
Like,
say that.
are we talking about like 2x4s maybe, or maybe like small like 4-foot pieces of wood?
I don't know.
2x4s, he could easily go 25 feet.
Yeah, I don't know about 47.
There's too many variables to consider for this woodchuck question.
Yeah, I am. This is big brain time.
I'm sure there's someone that's like done the math on it somewhere.
No. No. It's probably like exact. It's probably on Google if you look it up or something. Like someone probably wrote an entire 3-page article on why.
Oh,
Like the
probably.
man.
It's a good question.
It's a
It's a
very
fantastic
good question.
question. That was probably the best question out of it. Nah, I
Next
can't.
question, 2019.
We got another question from Dylan DeVille. He
Okay.
asked, "What made you say, 'Hey, I'm gonna join the BLAZEClan'?"
Well, when I got the invite, and I was like, "That's cool. Someone's actually inviting me to something," and I was like, I checked it out, and I was like, "This is pretty cool," and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna just join." And then I met all you guys, and this is pretty cool.
And then
And,
we
um,
found that movie.
And then we found that movie, and we all
yeah.
bonded over that brilliant Oscar-winning performance.
wanna own
57
that.
screenshots.
50s. I don't think anyone in this podcast, if anyone watching out of context, will understand what we saw. It was it was an interesting 53-minute movie, animated beautifully, and
Disney
should be on
quality.
it should be on StoryFire.
Yes.
We
I'm
need
willing to
to
donate anything for a
petition to
sequel.
get this movie on StoryFire.
Yeah.
Just email him. Everyone spam his comments.
Okay, for anyone listening that has no idea what we're talking about, because only we know what we're talking about, we came across this film called Joshua and the Promised Land, and it's a religious movie about all these lions and pandas and bears and stuff, and that's really all that I can give in the context, because I don't really understand what was happening in the movie.
Are you gonna put the
Are you
link in the
Try
description?
genuinely watching some of it.
The link will
And-
definitely be in the description.
Like,
The
I tried
lion,
watching it
the bear,
to
and
get
the
more
devil.
context, but like there's so many memes I could have made. I just stopped caring and just kept trying to make memes.
Don't worry, I have screenshots. I'm gonna send it to all my friends, and they will definitely work with that.
I want to buy a physical copy of,
A physical Blu-ray 4K copy.
and put it in my home television and watch it.
Perfect.
Yes.
So how are you gentlemen doing today?
I've been pretty good. How about you, Brendy?
Oh, I've been doing great.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay, so this is coming from Marin Production here. He couldn't be here today, but he asked, if you met Jesse Ridgway right at this moment, what would you say? Well, to him, I assume.
I'd probably just say, "Hi, how are you doing?" Honestly, it'd be really cool if I met him, but
It's
you
simple
know,
enough.
yeah, it'd be very because I'm not gonna go like insane. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna get on my knees and scream or something if I like saw him but like I'll just
I'm
say,
glad you. I'm glad you said get on your knees and scream because I was about to say.
yeah, I'm not. If I said that out of context, that'd be pretty bad. But
Yeah.
no, I'll probably just say hi. How are you doing? And like I've watched your videos and I think they're pretty cool and stuff like that.
Personally, I would say love the Psycho series. That's about it.
Oh yeah, true.
I like MVE. The Devil Inside is
Yeah.
pretty cool too.
I like
Okay,
this.
well,
I think his Psycho series was like top tier, just like the biggest like what's the word
Web series.
no, the biggest like web series, but the biggest like mind trick of the internet because everyone
yeah.
was debating on that being real or fake for so many years, and he kept it up until that last video. And I saw that documentary,
know.
and I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty insane.
Yeah.
Well, I have a personal question.
Okay,
Whenever you were big in the gaming community, what was your favorite game?
when I was big in the gaming community,
Yeah, like
Wait.
whenever you were in the community.
I don't think he was ever big in it, but
I mean, I got
I meant like active in it.
active probably. The one I liked to record the most with friends was of course Gmod because a lot of people loved watching those videos, and a lot of
that's
my
amazing.
friends.
I love that game.
Yeah, we
I miss
made,
There's
Gmod.
so much you can do.
we made a 13-part sandbox series that completely blew my views out of the water, and that even though like I've ranted about it before, saying like oh, I got like an audience that didn't really care. I ranted about that, and that was just me being dumb. But like, I do admit I had a blast making those videos with my friends, and I had a blast reading the comments and people just saying how funny it was and everything. Um, yeah, that was probably my favorite video putting on YouTube, or my favorite game putting on YouTube. But I think my favorite game playing at the moment when I was doing that was maybe Call of Duty or GTA 5. I never
Both of
really.
them are good.
Yeah, both
The
of them are
good
really
days of
good.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, and of course
I
Minecraft.
might actually pick up the new one.
Minecraft, yes.
Minecraft, yes. That actually reminds me. That actually remains one of my favorite games. That and Titanfall.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it is my favorite.
Minecraft's always been my favorite, especially when it was being universally hated by everyone my age. And I was like,
I remember
"What?"
when it was free.
It was
Yeah.
free.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Hey,
Oh yeah, there was a
well,
little
on
period
mobile.
back in like. Oh yes, I
Oh.
remember that. I had the demo.
The
yeah,
Pocket
but
Edition.
now it like costs like
I-
$5 or $10, I think.
I actually personally load the game like the first few years it was out because I thought it was just a mobile game, and at the time I thought mobile games were kind of stupid. But I was a dumb 10-year-old anyway. But then I got the cracked version on my computer, and I played around with it, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually really fun. So then I bought the game, and yeah, that's history.
We've got some more questions here from Marin. He was gonna be here, but he's
I already
not.
asked one.
Yes. So he also wants to know how it feels to be one of the exclusive video creators on StoryFire.
It feels really weird because I never thought someone would like my content enough to put it on there. I was very suspicious when like I'm kind of going to admit something right now. I didn't know who Brian was when he subscribed to me. I was like, oh, who's this? I was like, why does this guy subscribe to me? I don't have anything on here besides like I have nothing on here besides my friends subscribe to me. And then Uncle Big Feet Dustin texted me and was like, dude, that was one of the app creators. And I was like, oh, well, this could be a good thing. And then I saw the Instagram post. And I was like, holy crap, I actually won. And yeah,
So you.
so I've applied for. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So you found out that you were picked when they made the announcement on Instagram or whatever?
Yeah. I didn't even know they made an announcement. Well, that's the funny thing is that I had 2 Instagram accounts, and one of them was an Instagram account just for IGTV, so I can post like little short stuff from my videos I make on YouTube, so I can advertise it. And that was the Instagram he decided to like notify me that I won, and I never checked that Instagram because I barely use it. I have my own personal one, and when I saw that notification, I looked at it and I was like, I had to blink a few times. It was like the end of my shift at work, and I was like kind of smiling, looking at my phone. Like I had people like saying like, okay, we got to do this. And I was like, yeah, okay. Because it was like, it was a very important time at that moment. I was like, this is absolutely amazing that people actually acknowledge that my videos exist.
That ending song is good enough for me to put it on the app.
The outro song?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
so upbeat and happy.
That song is probably the biggest. It's probably the most iconic thing about my YouTube channels, because the first time it was probably the first, because that entire song is improvised on GarageBand. There's multiple different versions. The first version is on my old channel in my music playlist. It's called the original. It's just the beginning. It's called, I think it's the original one, and it doesn't have any drum beats in the background. It's just a little bit of maracas and like some I believe it was bongos, I think. And then I just started playing notes and stuff in the same key, and a lot of the stuff in the song is like stuff I already played before on piano. So, and that was made back in 2013. So it's actually insane that song is I'm still using that song. But it's gone through a lot of upgrades.
Marin Production also wants to know how long you've been on StoryFire.
God, that's actually a good question. I don't really know. I think I joined. What was the first? Maybe the first video applications around that time, maybe. Because I had a friend who was also trying to get into it, and they told me about it. And yeah, I think that's when I joined and just made an account and just left it on there.
Did you submit only to the third round, or did you submit any other rounds?
Only to the third round.
Okay.
It was Uncle Big Feet submitted something that time as well. He submitted his 3 a.m. challenge videos. Because they're not like, I honestly want you guys to check those out, because those are not like, they're obviously supposed to be jokes. They're comedic. They're supposed to be stupid. They're supposed to be obviously fake. And then we actually have people who think they're real, where like they're like, this isn't scary. It's like, no shit, it's not supposed to be scary. I play a character in there called Dr. Bobabola. I don't think that's a real name. They put in a serious, yeah. But he put that in, and then he was like, you should put your stuff in. I was like, yeah, cool. And then I did.
You know, I remember whenever that post announcing who won was originally made, I saw that you were on there, and I was like, that's a weird name. So I searched it up, and I'm like, this guy has really good content.
Wait, which channel did you see? Was it?
The first video I watched was like the one that you uploaded to StoryFire first, the one with the animated character. I'm like, this is amazing.
That was the first video I did in that style. It was originally just supposed to be a trailer, just showing like, oh, this is the type of stuff you'd probably see on this channel. But then I was like, I like the fact that all these characters were just interacting with each other, and it was basically like just me, and I didn't have help from anyone else. So I was like, I should make more of these, and then I did. And I'm currently writing one right now as we are speaking.
Brendy meets Minecraft.
Yeah, yes. I'm trying to, because the cartoon character is actually loosely based. I actually have clothing like that. It's a jacket of, I think it's a beige jacket like that with a red shirt. It's kind of like the attire I've used for the channel. And then I told my sister, who is fantastic at drawing, I was like, can you draw a torso with a head with no eyes, and then draw a bunch of arms and a set of eyes, like a bunch of like eyes. And then I go into my Photoshop and I just drag the pieces together, and I make like a character look the way they look. And yeah, that's pretty much the story with that. I completely forgot the question. I'm sorry.
I think we all did. I don't remember what it was.
Well, we have one more question from Marin Production. He wants to know, who is your favorite creator on StoryFire?
This is actually a tough one, because like I don't know, actually. I don't really have a favorite one. I'll say that all the stories that I've read from you guys are pretty cool, and then like a couple random ones I thought were really cool as well. I like the creepy stories as well. I think my favorite type of content with that type of style has got to be like the creepier stories, because like, I don't know, it's just that type of style kind of works with that. You don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't really have a favorite content creator yet, at least not yet.
Have you watched any of the other video content that's on
I've
StoryFire right now?
I've actually had trouble finding them. I think that's
Okay.
one of the things the app needs to improve on is like trying to find other creators. Like I think I looked up my own name in the search results once, and like I didn't show up, and I was like, "Huh, that's weird."
You just don't exist.
Yeah, I got Thanos snapped.
If you're on the content page, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a recent series section, and there's a video button, so you can see all the video series that are there.
Oh, really? Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta check that out
Yeah.
then.
And then same for top series, which is above that. There's a video
Okay.
button for that, so you can see like all the verified people have their series on there, and then there's a couple user submitted series that got put up there a while
Well,
back.
the thing is, I think me and maybe someone else are the only ones posting video series that are not the verified users, because I think when was it Poogle? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Like, did he already have all his stuff filmed, or is he still like? Does he need to film still?
He's been filming
he's
since
doing-
the first since he submitted the first round.
Okay, so he might have something coming out soon then. Just think the difference was because I had videos already ready to go out,
Hmm.
and and I think everyone else were just trying to get their stuff greenlit before they even start production. I know someone who did that, and their trailer was literally just just shot for the trailer stuff. It wasn't like all filmed for the actual production. So it was. Well, sorry, my voice cracked. Jeez. But that's when I think I haven't seen anyone who already won, especially in my contest.
Yeah,
But I wait. But Josh, do you have something that's already
I
like,
have
filmed?
I filmed. I wrote out a trailer and specifically filmed shots for the trailer, just
Okay.
to give them an idea of what the series was going to be about. Because I wasn't. There's a lot of money that I kind of need to put into it, and I didn't want to like, if I wasn't going to get picked, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't already like spending all that money.
Yeah,
to
that
make it.
title screen that you show on Twitter and everything is fucking awesome looking.
Thank you.
Yep.
Like
see,
it looks like a Netflix series the way it's like it's shot and everything.
I tried really hard when I was shooting that
Which
to
is
make it
awesome.
look as good as possible. So I submitted it just as like a generic trailer, but there are elements of the trailer that I'm gonna reshoot, and I'm gonna make them like 50 episodes. But I won't start making an episode or making the pilot until about 2 weeks from now, of the day of this recording. Just because a lot of personal stuff I've got to take care of first, and then I can get situated and start filming.
That's all good. I think the app. One of the things I think the app needs to probably preference when it comes to these video applications is like, should they stick to story-based content, or should they try and advertise that you can post like anything you want, sort of thing? Like, let's say you want to post like unboxing videos, or if you want to post like, I don't know, gaming videos, or like maybe video essays. Do you think like that would be good for the app, or do you think it should stick to just strictly story-based stuff?
I think we all have varying opinions on that.
Really?
All of the verified user content is all just vlogs and like generic like YouTube-y kind of videos. It's not so much like the narrative stuff, which I always found interesting. At least more so now, is that with the submissions, they're picking more narrative-based storytelling kind of stuff.
Which I thought was the point
right.
of the app.
It's kind of changed in the direction a little bit. But at the same time, on the most recent application, going through it, they did add new categories for vlogs, music, and something else. Poetry, they added that too.
I don't know why that would be like for a video, but yeah. I think they added poetry too.
I think if they added, like, I was thinking about this today. I was like, if they add possibly like you can post like a Spotify type of like situation where you can have like a music section where you can see user created music. It's not like video. It's not like a video where you have to post the video make the video part of a video. It's like uploaded into like a song, and you just click on it and everything. and they had that, the story stuff, the video stuff, and the Twitter, I think that would be a perfect like commemorate or whatever the word is of just a collaboration of everything to make that app seem more user like probably like a more everything in one thing.
Yeah, I think that's the plan actually, because whenever, like, Brian has said that multiple times that they want StoryFire to be the hub for all creative content. So they're trying to expand to, say, music and other genres.
I also think they need to make it less. Well, they can make it could be app based, but they can also make a lot more, make it more user friendly to the website. I think then that would be a good
That's what
competing
they're
factor.
doing.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Make it more maybe YouTube based. Maybe where like videos kind of like you can search it up and maybe there's tag. No, wait. Maybe that'd be a bad idea. Sorry. No, I said it out loud.
The video search needs to be a thing, or like story search, like for titles rather than just people.
Well, then they might have to add tags because there might be someone who doesn't know the story they want, but they have to look up keywords. So then they have to add tags and then. Well, I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think it might clutter the system because I know they're probably running off a budget here that's not even close to YouTube's budget to host these things on the server.
way.
So, that's probably their tough spot that they're in.
My opinion, unboxing videos aren't exactly fit for StoryFire since there's not much creativity there.
Well, yeah.
But stuff like video essays could definitely be there since it takes a lot of research, all that. And yeah, I feel like video essays would be perfect, but unboxing videos just aren't fit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I said that as an example, just like trying to figure out like the variety of content that can go on there. So you can like
YouTubers.
Yeah, which that's the thing is like, like you guys said, most of the verified stuff is all vlogs, which I thought what they would do is make the vlogs more YouTube based and then make the creative more story based or more elaborate stuff on StoryFire, which it seems like they're not doing that. They're just making it, I don't know. I guess it's just a way for them to advertise the app more as in, oh, do you want to see what I did here? Well, come to the app and check that out. It's more of just an advertisement, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Those types of videos aren't my cup of tea. I don't really like vlogs like that. So that's just me though.
Yeah, they're trying to bring in as much of an audience as possible by bringing in all these people. The bigger the name, the better because they bring more users in, exclusive content, making the app more money, all that stuff.
I feel like StoryFire is missing a lot of gaming content. Other than the Double Pulse roleplay, there's not a lot of gaming content there.
Well, we have to also figure out like they need more creative gaming content. It can't just be cut and paste every like I don't know, maybe like the whole like heavily edited maybe or maybe edited slightly.
Like I said, Scott the Waz, if you ever watch him, he's perfect example of StoryFire material.
Yes.
Well, he's not gaming. He's not like a Let's Player though. Are you talking about Let's Players or are you talking about like gaming?
Any kind of gaming
reviewers?
content.
Okay.
Any gaming in general.
Yeah, Scott the Waz would be perfect for that.
Yeah, there's two
Stuff like
Machinima series on it right now. Double Pulse and I don't know the other guys. Ducky, that's his name? Ducky Plays?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ducky? I think he said Donkey for a second. I was like, Donkey's on the app?
Yeah, Double Pulse does a
so cool.
GTA Machinima, and then Ducky does a Fortnite Machinima.
Okay.
we need Minecraft roleplay.
I think you guys mentioned it. I think you guys mentioned it on one of your other podcasts. You said something about, I believe it was animators going on trying to get more animators on the app. And I love that question. I think when you guys asked me if I was like an animator, I was like, well, kind of, but I'm not going to be strictly on animation on the app.
I would love to see animators on there.
The problem is that I think smaller animators, not the bigger ones. The bigger ones are too friendly with YouTube. I think they are way too like close with them and everything for that to even be completely, not even a tear in that relationship to even happen.
Yeah, just bring over like smaller people over to make cartoons and stuff for the app would be awesome.
Yeah. What would be like I don't know, what other content creators would you guys like think that are friends with Jesse Ridgway could go on the app, because I just discovered that Keemstar is on the app, and I did not know that.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's gonna make though.
Well,
I think he might.
he
like, I
posted
sent that thing.
he
like,
posted
a
2
few-
things, and that was it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just saying, like, he said something on Twitter about making like a series about his like home renovations, and he said he was gonna try and get it on a different platform. And I think he might be referring to StoryFire when he says that.
That would be
Maybe.
great. I would
So,
totally watch
like-
a Keemstar home renovation show.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
He just places gnomes all over the house.
I was thinking, what if he did like a Drama Alert Extra sort of thing, where he gets like the extra content he didn't feel like posting on Drama Alert and just putting it on StoryFire.
I mean, that could work.
I mean, you gotta have some sort of. It needs to be some sort of consistency if it's gonna be a series, because you can't just make like 2
Right.
and then that's
Like,
it.
You know, YouTubers, Some Ordinary Gamers.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I think he did a bunch of
He-
spooky stuff.
Yeah, he does like a mix of criticism and tech kind of stuff. He would be good for there because we don't have much criticism stuff on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he I think it'd be really. I think one thing I think would be really cool. Just to bounce off that topic is like, because I know he did a lot of creepypastas in the past about gaming and stuff. Is like having like those creepy like Nexpo or Nightmare Expo.
Oh yeah.
If you guys
Stuff
watch
like
his
that would be good.
that would be cool.
Yes.
I think stuff like that would be amazing on the app.
Yeah, it's 420.
I just
Yes.
want more horror content in general.
Yeah. The difficult thing is like, and I've ran into this problem as well, and I talked about it earlier, is like, what can you extra stuff can you put on the app? Because then that would be like extra work you got to do. Now, luckily, I just said, oh, I'll just add a different ending instead of that. But other people are like, man, I have to make an entirely different video just to post on the app. And I think that would cause a little bit of an overwork unless you completely move over to the app, then that'd be fine. But I know most people will not do that. They can't really tear away from that, especially if there's a chance that someone discovers your video and like boosts it on Reddit or something.
Yeah. I think that is all the time that we have for this episode of the podcast.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Brendy, for joining us on this episode.
Thank you for having me. This has been really fun.
Yeah, all of the links to Brendy's stuff will be in the description of the YouTube video. So if you're listening not on YouTube, go to the YouTube, find his stuff, because I don't know how to link
Yes.
that stuff on.
Just make sure
Spotify or
just
SoundCloud.
make sure if you search it on YouTube, just don't put Brandy. It's Brendy with an E.
Yeah.
If you put Brandy, you're gonna get some sort of singer. It's been a problem for me for nearly 7
It al-
years.
It always tries to recorrect it for me whenever I type Brindy. It's like, Brandy? No,
It's like-
Brindy. Jesus.
It's like, who is that person? You never heard any of their songs before. I don't know. Sorry, that was a mini rant. It's been always
No,
a
you're
problem, and
good.
I never talked about it.
So yeah, make sure to follow Brendy on everything: Twitter, YouTube, StoryFire, whatever else he's on. And follow the BLAZEClan on Twitter, StoryFire, YouTube.
Yes,
Subscribe
definitely.
to the podcast. Follow us on Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever you're listening to this on. Hit that follow button. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you again, Brendy, for joining us on the podcast.
Once again, thank you for having me. It's been really fun.
#BLAZEClan.